In a previous video, I talked about Target's rapid decline. I gave 5 strategies for turning it around. Store execution, that was one of them. Very important. Cultural relevance, another one. Absolutely critical. But there was one strategy I found most significant. A redefined and strikingly unique value proposition. Target has absolutely lost its ability to stand out against the competition. Now, maybe we ought to rewind a little bit. I mentioned 5 strategies for turning Target around. But how did I come up with these strategies? Easy. I studied 5 of the most viral retail chains: TJX, Aldi's, Costco, Walmart, and Sprouts Farmers Market. To find those, I looked at TikTok's Creative Center hashtag views. I wanted to see which retail chains TikTok users were excited about. The 5 retailers I mentioned was where shoppers were sharing the most deals and the most hot finds. Now, when studying those retailers, it became clear to me that all of them had one thing in common: a monopolistic value proposition. In other words, they didn't just have a way of doing business. They had a very unique way of doing business that set them apart from every other retailer. Now, most of the 5 retailers I mentioned are value plays. Got it. But it's not the what that is compelling. It's the how. It's not necessarily their general strategy of value, but how they come to that value and get it to the customer. These retailers aren't just racing to the bottom. That would be a recipe for unprofitability. They all have unique and brilliant ways of getting that value and getting it to the customer. Do they have competitors? Absolutely. Do they have copycats? Sure. But each of them had a uniqueness that was absolutely striking. Consider, Aldi is 90% private label. They lean on private label to offer the absolute lowest prices and best value to their customers. Costco has a narrow and rotating assortment. In doing so, they leverage massive buying power to get the absolute best pricing from their vendor partners. Walmart is the leader in economy of scale. That might seem simple, but very, very few retailers can actually do it. TJX leverages a process called opportunistic buying. They have more buyers than any other retail chain, and that army of buyers searches the globe for one-time buys at deep discount. Sprouts leans on innovation and curated differentiation. They rotate new and dynamic brands through an innovation set in each store to keep shopping exciting and new. Now, all of these models result in a degree of excitement and virality. Even Walmart has become quite TikTokable with their caviar and tomahawk steak finds. Compare that to the sameness of yesterday's legacy retailers. Think of Belk, JCPenney, Clover, Bon-Ton. What if you were transported directly into one of these stores? Would you even know which one you were in? This then begs the question, looking at the 5 retailers I mentioned, what is your monopolistic value proposition? What is it about you or your business that provides a unique value to the people around you, to your customer demographic? All right, what do you guys think? What store do you like going in when you don't need anything at all? What stores do you get excited about? And what can you learn about them for your personal brand or your business? Okay, guys, that's it. Please hit that like button so these videos continue to come up in your feed, and we will see you in the next one.